Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DRich Show, where we talk anything and everything crypto. Now, here's your host, DRich.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the DRich Show. This is DRich and today is May 25th, 2021. Happy Tuesday, guys. Hoping that you guys are having a terrific Tuesday thus far. And again, I hope that this video reaches all of you in good health, good spirits, and good energy. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's video. Thank you to the new few subscribers who've joined the journey here on the DRich Show. So I appreciate you all. And again, I appreciate all of you who have been following me or have been on board since the beginning and all the way up until now. I appreciate all of you because it's exciting that I get up every single day to come out with some new information. And most definitely because of all of you, wherever you may be in the world, you allow me to strive to be the best me, to do more research, to continue to put more information in my brain. So again, I attribute all of everything to you as my subscribers, wherever you are, whatever platform you decide to listen to me on. So anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get into today's coin market cap. Bitcoin's dominance is at 43.8%, while Ethereum is at 18.4%. And the global crypto market cap is 1.63 trillion. So guys, we're still headed towards that 2 trillion market cap. And I guess once we reach that point, we'll start seeing some good price action, as we were already over that market cap once before. So anyway, Bitcoin right now is at $38,251. And Ethereum is at $2,601 as well, sitting at number 2. And you got, Binance Coin, okay, BNB at number 4 at $337.27, up 5% over the last 24 hours. And you got Cardano sitting there at $1.55 at number 5. And Dogecoin there is sitting at number 6 at 34 cents. And you got XRP under $1, guys. So again, dollar cost average. And get as much XRP as you can. I've showed you the XRP rich list before. And then, you want to kind of check back in every now and then to make sure that you are, stand up, with the race as far as acquiring and accumulating when it comes to what percent range do you want to fall in. Anyway, USD coin, USDC actually, has moved up to the number 8 spot, guys. So this is big news as you start seeing this head towards the top 5. And once that starts to eat into the top 5, as we know, it's connected with the Stellar Networks XLM as a case use. So I believe once we start seeing this increase in value, maybe we'll start seeing some of the things that Tether does for Bitcoin. For other cryptocurrencies when it comes to USDC, which is the CBDC that will probably more than likely be used by central banks here in the United States. That's just a guess. Anyway, Polkadot is at number 9 at $21.44 there. So if you guys are into that ecosystem of Polkadot, that is a good buying opportunity there. And you got ICP at number 10 at $135. And again, they just shaved off a whole lot of that value from the market cap when it was introduced, unbeknownst to anyone on Coinbase or any other crypto exchange. So anyway, guys, we're starting to see a little turn. The tide is shifting. However, you got to still do your due diligence when it comes to trying to accumulate and acquire as much crypto as possible. And, for, the life of me, I would recommend that you get into some of these cryptocurrencies that will pass through regulations when it comes to ISO 222. And, we've gone over that. Again, this Algorand, I do believe is part of that, which is sitting at 96 cents. So that's a pretty good buy under $1 there. Again, guys, this is never financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I just go over the things that work for me and what's been working for me. That's that. Anyway, let's move forward, guys. I wanted to introduce to you guys the DRichShow.wordpress.com. This is the website that I've been trying to build up for myself. So if you want to go over there, give me a like or subscribe, or even leave comments or get on my email list, you can do that. And here's the reason why I've created this, is because if I ever get banned off of YouTube or any type of platform where you're listening to me, you can always come to the DRichShow.wordpress.com, and you can find all of the information that is needed to follow where I'm at. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. This is coming from, Crypto Change News. SEC versus Ripple could end with a summary judgment on fair notice, and none person or no one can be sued after that. This is from May 22nd. That is earlier than even the shut of discovery, and it's quicker than I anticipated, and makes me assume they could set the listening to on their protection earlier than even to listening to on whether or not XRP is a security or not. It says safety, but I'm pretty sure they meant to say security. The SEC versus Ripple case on Friday had a listening to on the SEC's movement to pierce the legal professional consumer privilege of Ripple and its legal professionals. The regulator needs Ripple Labs to show over paperwork associated to authorized recommendation it acquired in 2012, previous to the sale of its token, XRP, whether or not the agency was legally required to be registered with the SEC. Whereas Ripple Labs fights off the request, arguing for attorney-client privilege, which the SEC claims that authorized recommendation may be very well be proof that the agency moderately understood that the character of XRP, and if not topic to federal securities legislation, then the corporate waive any privilege over these communication. So guys, we're getting down to the nitty gritty of this lawsuit. And again, I do believe that all things will come to head at one particular time, and I believe it starts financially. And it was late April that the SEC filed the movement to dismiss Ripple's lack of due course of an honest discover protection that the XRP token may very well be deemed a security. Ripple then filed its memorandum of legislation in opposition to the SEC's movement to strike Ripple's lack of due course and honest discover affirmative protection, and the defendant pointed to the SEC's misrepresentations of the judge and omissions. Okay, let's go down here. The SEC legal professional set free that the Ripple attorneys informed him that Ripple meant to file for abstract judgment on its truthful discover protection in August. Hogan mentioned that is earlier than even the shut of discovery and is quicker than anticipated. And a Ripple victory at this listening to would in fact finish the entire case. Would XRP have readability then? Sure, and maybe not. XRP standing wouldn't, however, nobody may very well be sued after that by the SEC as a result. There can be a case precedent that nobody had truthful discovery anyhow, he concluded. So guys, you guys can read the rest of this. It's a pretty good article to kind of go over to see where we're headed when it comes to the SEC and their tactics. Here's another article which pretty much has some of the same information. This is coming from Finance Feeds, but they do go over some of the tactics that the SEC is doing as far as, bullying, intimidation, and things like that. So if you want to kind of go over some of that, you can go ahead and read this article. So anyway, we're going to get into this from Ripple.com, which is a 2-minute read, implementing the Interledger protocol in Ripple. And this is October 6, 2015. Ripple is thrilled to introduce the ILP, the Interledger protocol for efficient payments across payment networks. Time and again, we've heard from banks that Ripple changes the game, providing banks the ability to transact directly, instantly, and with certainty. We've also consistently heard from our bank partners two primary wish list items. First, as we saw the introduction of the UK's faster payment system, more efficient payments lead to a dramatic increase in overall transaction volumes. And as Ripple drives new efficiency in payments globally, our partners expect an unprecedented level of scalability. Second, financial institutions require the highest level of transaction privacy to protect their customers. Though customer information, P2 or PII, and individual transaction data never touches Ripple public ledger. Banks prefer not to have aggregate transaction data recorded on the ledger. Over the last year, we've been working to fundamentally address both of these issues, and that's why we're so excited to introduce ILP and the benefit it brings to Ripple. So, guys, ILP is important, and we're going to get into why interoperability or the Interledger protocol is important. Guys, these things are out there for us to look for when it comes to, connecting the dots. Sometimes you got to go back in history and look at some articles as you continue to provide information. And this is where the information is actually leading me. This is also coming from the Blockchain Council Insight and Resources. Blockchain Interoperability Projects Overledger versus Ripple Interledger Protocol. And let's go ahead and get into this article. Learning of the blog, a brief introduction to blockchain, introduction to Overledger, understanding Ripple Interledger Protocol, differences between Overledger and Interledger, and some concluding lines. And as you guys can read this, a brief introduction to the blockchain. So you go ahead and read that. Ripple Interledger Protocol. Okay. Protocol, again, was by Ripple in 2015. It was introduced to provide the functions necessary to deliver payment from source to a destination over and interconnected systems of ledgers. It facilitates fund movement between different ledgers using the connectors and includes minimal requirements for underlying ledgers. And it does not include identity, liquidity management, public key infrastructure, and other services, unlike other payment protocols. Let's now talk about its design goals. ILP follows the end-to-end principle: simplicity, neutrality, interoperability, security, and most importantly, interoperability, meaning it should be usable across any type of ledger, even those that are not built for interoperability. And another vital feature of this blockchain project is that it has no native tokens, meaning two ledgers looking for a connection have to support Interledger. And only this way the transfer of digital assets becomes possible. Now, Quant's Overledger from Quant is an operating system that lets you connect and interoperate any legacy network and almost every current and future blockchains with no overhead. This blockchain project helps governments, organizations, and individuals globally to benefit from the true potential of incredibly powerful technology. It is an enterprise OS for both permission and permissionless blockchains, and it offers interoperability to permission blockchains such as Bitcoin, EOS, Stellar, Ethereum, etc., and interoperability to permission blockchains like Corda, Hyperledger, and others, and is also known for bridging the gap between distributed ledger technologies with 3 lines of code and proved to be a scalable way to implement DLTs for enterprise and developers. And it is the world's first blockchain OS that not only interconnect blockchains but also existing networks to blockchain and enables the creation of internet scale multi-chain applications. Okay, so if you guys are not in Quant, I would highly advise you to or encourage you to look into it add it to your portfolio. I do have a position in Quant because I do believe in the product and the what it's trying to do for Overledger interoperability means and things like that. And the difference between Interledger and Overledger, as we have understood both the blockchain projects, let's see how do they differ in various aspects. And let's start with the most crucial point of difference, and that is interoperability. And when it comes to interoperability, IOP acts as a bridge between cryptocurrency and fiat, as well as between two different cryptocurrencies. Overledger, on the other hand, supports interoperability between permission and permissionless blockchains, including legacy systems. That means the banking systems, the systems like central banks who really, don't want all of that information out there. Although it is on the blockchain, we just won't have access to those systems to see that. So, okay, that's not here nor there. You don't want too much out there in the public, but whatever. IOP requires a custom connector to bridge two DLTs, whereas in Overledger, MA apps can run across any DLT and can be used easily as a simple plug and play setup. Moreover, it just requires 3 lines of code. Token, IOP has no native tokens, and whereas Overledger uses Quant token to pay the transactions and network fees. Excuse me. And guys, when it comes to Quant, I believe there is a 14.6 billion total market supply for Quant. So it's much scarce than Bitcoin. Collaborations, Ripple took around 5 years to partner with 200 plus banks, while Quant's Overledger partner with CI. That covers the interoperability infrastructures of over 570 banks. So that's that, guys. I mean, that says it all for me. You got Ripple working with over 200 plus banks, and then you got Quant working with over 570 banks. Concluding lines, the idea behind Interledger project is to offer interoperability and enable payers to pay quickly and at little to almost no cost, without the need for both parties to set up accounts on the same global payment service. Talking about Overledger, it also aims to interconnect and access multiple blockchains through a single SDK language and API, and has wide scope compared to ILP. And it is even capable of talking to centralized systems such as Amazon S3 Bucket, unlike Interledger that is limited to atomic swaps where only value can be transferred. To witness the mass adoption of blockchain technology, enabling interoperability is going to be the critical first step, but it is just that, the first step. To conclude, we say that both the projects offer a different level of interoperability and differs in the way both of the protocols are used. And to get instant updates about blockchain technology and learn more online, you could go to blockchain certifications, check out Blockchain Council. So guys, I want to know what you hear. What do you think about Quant? Is it in your portfolio? And do you think that we're close to mass adoption when it comes to the blockchain technology, especially with the outages and the glitches and the hacking of systems? I do believe, again, I've discussed that the new systems will become unhackable. So that's just my personal opinion. How to interconnect all blockchains and value networks. This is coming from Xspring. This is dated October 3rd, 2018. So guys, if you want to go ahead and read this, I'll go ahead and leave it in the description. You got a network of decentralized exchanges. You got paying from one currency to another. You got some key features of the open protocol. You got a simple packet format, and you got trustless sending as well. And I'll leave all of this because it is a very lengthy read there, guys, and I don't want to bore you guys with that. So, take some time today to go over this. I think it's important. And just real quick, the Interledger network today, the early Interledger network is optimized for micropayment use cases and trustlessly trading cryptocurrencies natively across blockchains. And here are some of the infrastructure and application companies building with ILP. And yes, they are hiring. So guys, if you guys are looking for jobs in these technology spaces, these jobs are going to come very fast, and they won't be scarce, because this digital age is going to, I believe, create a whole lot of opportunity for those who don't know technology. It will be upon us very fast, because it's important for us to learn all of this stuff. And people that think that they can't learn the technology, I think that if you begin the process of trying to understand it and learn it, we're smart as human beings, and we could pick up things because I think that we're all genius in our own way. I think that we have to find our genius, and we have to bring it out of ourselves, not only with someone promoting us, or someone giving us a push, but as an individual. Sometimes it's hard to remain motivated, but that's just what it is. So anyway, these are some of the platforms like Coil, Strata Labs, Canva, and you got XRP Tipbot, and then you can build on the Interledger as well. So I'll leave that here for you guys to read today, guys. So take some time today, go over it, share it. All of this information that I share on this channel is for anybody's use. For if people want to share it, if people want to use it in their own videos or their own things, I have no issue with that, because information should actually be free. So anyway, I wanted to go to stellar.org. We've been talking a lot about Stellar, a lot here recently, and I'm really bullish on Stellar XLM for some of the things that I've come across over the last few weeks. Not that I haven't believed in Stellar before, but the more I dive into this stuff, the more I research and go down those rabbit holes, it gives me an opportunity excuse me, to look at some other things. But go over this, go to stellar.org, and you can look at what it is, about what they're trying to accomplish. And then here you can go to how to buy and store lumens. I talk a lot about the Lobster app, and this is just to validate some of the things that I've been saying about Lobster. So, if you want to use Lobster, I think it's a good app, like maybe like how can I compare it to, like a Robinhood, where it's really easy, self-explanatory. You can swap, you can trade on there, you can do your mobile phone, or you can do your desktop. So I just wanted to point that out. And then, if you want to click here on that logo, it just takes you to this page to get some of that other information there. So I want to leave all of that here for you guys, so you guys can learn a little bit more about Stellar if you don't know already, and how I think Stellar is going to play a vital role in the transactions of currency, or cryptocurrency, or digital assets, for that matter. All right, so anyway, this is quest.stellar.org. I just found this, guys, so this is something that I looked into from Wikipedia, which is we'll get into next. Learn Stellar, collect NFTs, and earn XLM. Get rewarded for learning all about how to use Stellar's API and SDKs. And how does this work? The Stellar Quest mobile app will allow you to play through a series of challenges requiring you to accomplish some modular tasks with the Stellar's API or SDKs. And we like to refer these challenges as quests. You learn each quest will include a goal, something you need to do with the Stellar API or SDKs, along with the links and tools and resources to help you figure out how. What you do is collect every quest you complete. For the first time, will unlock a new NFT, reward, and maybe some actual world XLM as well. And you can also replay previous quests to study up, learn the SDKs, and get ready for the next round of challenges. Earn. And when a quest first goes live, you'll square up against 19 other players to compete the goal as fast as you can. The faster you are, the more XLM you'll earn, with awards ranging from 500 XLM to 10 XLM. Hey guys, I don't know about you, but 10 XLM can turn into I don't know how much money later down the road. So I want to present this quest.stellar.org to you guys so you guys can learn more information. I'm going to be downloading it to my Android app. I'll be learning it myself. So what I learn, I'll try to present back to all of you. So I'll leave that in the description as well, guys. So these are some good things for me to learn on the way as well. So learn and earn. Why not? So anyway, before we wrap up the video for today, there's some couple things I wanted to point out when it came to me looking up Stellar Payment Network on Wikipedia. As we talked about Elon Musk, his primary coding language, which he's very familiar with and skilled with, is written in C++ and JavaScript. And I just wanted to point out what Stellar XLM is written in as well. It's written in C++ and JavaScript. Not saying that Elon Musk is the scripter or the creator of XLM. I did not say that. What I'm saying is there's a connection somehow, some way, indirectly, if you want to believe that, especially if you have him making donations to Stripe way before this even happened. And then they also, like Stellar, received $3 million in seed funding from Stripe. So you connect the dots, you do your due diligence, come to your own conclusions when it comes to any of this stuff. So you can go over this in the Wikipedia. I'll leave that in the description. And I wanted to go back over here to crunchbase.com, where Elon Musk did donate to Stripe. So we wanted to go back over there back in 2012 and 2011. And it is a Series A. And what I wanted to do is just kind of go over that, because you got Series A, Series B. And I wanted to kind of look and see what these are. And I went to Investopedia, Series A, B, C funding and how it works. And I didn't know any of this stuff and how that worked. So, me being able to go over here and look at some of this, kind of get some more information, which is pretty brilliant and great. So I thank you guys for continuing to support me on the channel, which allows me to continue to dive into more knowledge and information that I really didn't know nothing about in the first place. How funding works. Before exploring how a round of funding works, it's necessary to identify the different participants. First, there are individuals hoping to gain funding for their company. As the business becomes increasingly mature, it tends to advance through the funding rounds, and it's common for a company to begin with a seed round and continue with the A, B, and C funding rounds. On the other side of potential investors, while investors wish for business to succeed because they support entrepreneurship and believe in the aims and causes for those businesses, and they also hope to gain something back from their investment. And for this reason, nearly all investment made during one or another stage of development funding is arranged such that the investor or investor company retains partial ownership of the company. And if the company grows and earns profit, the investor will be rewarded commensurate with the investment made. So I don't know how much Elon donated back here. I could kind of go and take some peeks and look and see. I'm not sure if it was the 3 million. I don't know that, but we're going to look into that because that plays a vital role to understand that Elon Musk donated to Stripe and indirectly has stock of Stripe, I want to say. And if Stripe donated to XLM or the Stellar Network, then I'm not sure if Elon Musk actually holds XLM in his portfolio. It's only speculation, And with the Series A funding, and once a business have develop a track record and establish user base, consistent revenue figures, or some other key performance indicator, that company may opt for a Series A funding in order to further optimize its user base and product offerings. Opportunities may be taken to scale the products across different markets. And in this round, it's important to have a plan for developing a business model that will generate long-term profit. And oftentimes, seed startups have great ideas that generate a substantial amount of enthusiastic users, but the company doesn't know how it will monetize the business. And typically, Series A rounds raise approximately $2 million to $15 million, but this number has increased on average due to high-tech industry valuations and or unicorns. The average Series A funding as of 2020 is 15.6 million. And in a Series A funding, investors are not just looking for great ideas. Rather, they are looking for companies with great ideas as well as strong strategy for turning that idea into a successful money-making business. And for this reason, it's common for firms going through Series A funding rounds to be valued up to 23 million. The investors involved in the Series A round come from more traditional venture capital firms. Well-known venture capital firms that participate in Series A funding include Sequoia Capital, Benchmark Capital, Greylock, and Excel Partners. I want to look more into that Sequoia Capital because it sounds a little bit familiar to me. By this stage, it is also common for investors to take part in somewhat more of a political process, and it's common for a few venture capital firms to lead the pack. In fact, a single investor may serve as an anchor. And once a company has secured a first investor, it may find that it's easier to attract additional investors as well. Angel investors also invest in at this stage, but they do tend to have much less influence in the funding round that they did in the seed funding stage. And it is also increasingly common for companies to use equity crowdfunding in order to generate capital as part of a Series A funding round. Part of the reason for this is the reality that many companies, even those which have successfully generated seed funding, tend to fail to develop interest among investors as part of a Series A funding effort, and indeed fewer than half of seed-funded companies will go on to raise Series A funds as well. So guys, I just wanted to leave that there. I didn't see any further information saying that they got Series B funding or Series C. You can go over those two series yourself. But I just wanted to point out that, when you have Elon Musk donating to Stripe going on to the Stellar Network, things like that, you kind of want to see what type of web or what type of system or infrastructures they're all a part of. And again, I believe if Elon Musk donates to you, I think that it speaks volumes. That's just my opinion. People don't like him. People do like him. You know what? I'm here to learn from a lot of different people. And even if they're bad or good, I still can take something from a bad person just as much as I can from a good person and apply it to, my foundation, apply it to, my do's and don'ts, my likes and dislikes and things like that. And I think that's for most folks. Especially if they want to be on the right side of things. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed the information. I know I get to talking a little bit lengthy sometimes, but I hope that you stick around to watch all of the videos in full, share the information on your favorite platform, and things like that. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button, the rumble button, and you could go ahead and follow me on the DRichShow.wordpress.com for my new website that I'm building right now. It's not fully functional and operational. Here and there, you'll see me add things to the platform as I get familiar with my creativity on this particular website. So give me some time on that, and most definitely you guys are going to enjoy some of the things that I got coming your way, because I'm just a little bit different when it comes to different type of ideas. I guess that's just me. But anyway, guys, have a great rest of your Tuesday, wherever you may be in the world. Again, if you guys are just waking up, you guys still have a full day here in the United States. It's lovely outside, sunny outside here in California. And I'm going to go enjoy the weather again like I did yesterday. So take care. God bless. And as always, treat everyone with class, dignity, and respect. Bye-bye.